flat surfaces of the hands and the fingers to really press into the limb, into the anga, it's called in Sanskrit. And we just press against it. We're working the energy, the prana, the shakti, the chi. We're moving it in against the stream, so to speak, when we move it in this direction from the periphery to the proximal, to the close. So once you've done that, at least 3 times, the more the merrier, the better. But at least 3 times, then set that leg aside. Let yourself sit tall again, letting the breath take you to that nice tall place. Letting the breath flow smoothly and evenly. And you can appreciate the effects of the work you've done so far. You can feel the light in your body that comes with the breath. That prajñā. And now it's time to work on the other leg. So first we begin with the pummeling from the knee to the hip with our fists on the upper surfaces, the sides. You can even use your fists to access the hamstrings underneath from the back of the knee back towards your buttocks and the seat there. And at some point you switch and transition to a karate chopping movement. And you encourage yourself, sort of will yourself to move your hands as fast as you can. Again, on all the surfaces, even the hamstring area, using the upper edges of your hands and working from the distal to the proximal, so from your knee back to your hip joint. And then we finish with the smarting action. Just bring a little surprise, a little sparkle to the sensation. Really encourages the tissues to release and let go. And after you've done that, we concentrate on the knee, and I like to pick up the skin on the kneecap and kind of just move it around, really free it up. The sides, the edges of the knee joint. I like to move my fingers back and forth across the knee joint itself, and then in the area behind the knee joint, stroking from the calf onto the hamstring. And just like we did on the other side, if you liked doing that with your elbow, try it here as well. Can you rest your head on your hand and just find where the spots that feel like they can use that extra little pressure that you can give with an elbow. It's hard to give with the hands. You're kind of using your body weight to do that. Yeah, so after you've gotten as much of that as you want, for now we're going to abbreviate that a little bit. And we sit tall with the breath, again to lift the spine with the inhalation. And we bring a little rotation towards that left thigh from the hips so that we lower from the hip joints, lower our left abdomen onto the left thigh. So there's a little pressure there, and we can reach down the limb as far towards the extremities as you might be able to reach without exceeding your capacity. For some, this means they get to the toes and the tops of the foot. For others, maybe they get to the ankle or the lower shin. Again, feel the temperature of this region and the qualities of the skin there. Feel the bony structures that are laying underneath the soft tissues, the muscles, and the tendons. And eventually you massage your ankle joint and the shin muscles. You can squeeze them to the bones with your hands and move the muscles just gently or vigorously around the bones, whatever is within your capacity. You're just waking up the tissues, giving a nice massage there. And we finish by sweeping the limb from the toes, past the foot, ankle, lower leg, knee, upper leg, and hip joint with these broad swaths of the hands and fingers, really pressing as vigorously and strongly as you can, going against the grain, as we say. You're helping lymph to move from the extremities towards your heart, and you're helping energy to flow in a smooth, unconstricted fashion. So, yeah, we eventually do as much as we like there, and come back to your central spot. And this is the top to toe sequence that is always part of the joints and glands, whether we're doing the Abhyaṅga or the self-massage part, or on Wednesday, our next class, we'll be doing more of the movements for the head and neck coordinated with the breath all the way to the toes. And then on Fridays, we sort of do a little bit of each of those, a little self-massage, a little of the stretching movements, but we also include the solar salutation. So this is to give you an idea each time we meet of things that you can do on your own, should you choose to. And remember, on days when we don't actually have the class, that whatever you can remember from this sequence is very helpful. A little bit really goes a long way. So I invite you to finish class again with the oft repeated instruction from Swami Rama to sit tall as you can, with your head, neck, and trunk as straight as possible. The first practice is also the last practice. Breathe naturally, smoothly through the nostrils. Feeling the breath originating in the navel region, where you literally feel the movement of the breath in the physical gross body. And I finish with a little invocation to support one another, to practice together and feel the light, the brilliance of our practices, and to be nourished by this light. Sahana avatu, Sahana bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavahai, Tejasvina Aditamastu, Ma Vidvi Shavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Remember, you are not this body, you are not these senses, you are not this mind, but you have a body, you have these senses, you have this mind, you are a wave of beauty and bliss, a child of eternity. And if you like, you can join me to finish class in a traditional manner. We put our heart palms together in front of our heart in a gesture of surrender and humility, and say, with all the love in the heart, all the thought in the head, and all the power of action in the hands, we say, not mine. Namaste. And thank you, subscribers. Thank you, subscribers. And thank you, Chair Yoga class. And we'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.